My name's Kevin Kurtz, and I'm the Assistant Director of Bands here at Jefferson High School. So this is the first year that we've had an indoor group. We wanted to capitalize on the momentum that we had from the fall season because it was the first year that we actually had a marching battery as well. And there's a lot of buy-in, there's a lot of excitement. So yeah, we just wanted to build off of that, and we knew we wanted to get it started, so it was no better time than this year. Roosevelt has had one in the past, and then there's Groove Pursuit, but they're an independent one. So we are the only high school that is hosting a indoor drumline here in Sioux Falls. It's been super exciting. The students have been all great. There's been a lot of great buy-in. The show has come a long ways. They are blowing past any expectations that I had of them. And that's not even me being biased. At our first show in Brandon Valley, the community and people that were watching have all said their praise about how well these students have been achieving this activity this early. So we compete in MPA, the Minnesota Percussion Association, and how it works is that there are 4 classes that you can compete in. Regional A, Class A, Open, and World. And each one is dictated by the skills that you do and how well you do them. So at our first show, the judges, they saw what we did and they're like, the skills that you are doing are above what we're asking you in this class, and you're doing them well enough that we need to move you up. So the board, there is a classification board for MPA, and they met, they watched our video, and they discussed like, yes, the Cavalier Indoor Drumline needs to be moved up into Class A. So that's really exciting.
My name is Sean Scaff. I'm a sophomore at Jefferson High School. We had enough percussionists to do marching, drums, and pit in the fall season. So he thought it would be a good idea to start it for Winterline. And enough people joined. Half the people aren't even percussionists. So it shows like how much people can learn in a short amount of time.
To be in indoor drumline, you need to be a member of our class band, and then it's highly encouraged to be within the marching band prior, because a lot of the skill sets, they go back and forth. So when we opened that up, a lot of students were like, I want to do that. And it's like, I'm not going to turn you away. We have 4 clarinets, we have a bass clarinet, we have a saxophone, we have a tenor saxophone, we have flutes, we have just all over the place with the instrumentation. And they're handling their responsibilities on their instruments really, really well. So, and I don't think anyone can point them out as like, oh, that's a clarinet. Like, no, they're all achieving this at a high level.
It's been fun. It's like a lot of work to put in because it's our first year and Kurtz wants us to do well.
Hi, my name is Josiah Noriega, and I'm a sophomore here at Jefferson High School. Recently, our school just started the Drumline program last year, and I decided to join the marching band that year. So naturally, we had a very limited amount of percussionists for this, so I decided, yeah, I might as well join, because we have, as of now, no other snare drummers, so I am the only snare drummer in the group. I didn't really know what to expect, because just like for this activity in general, I think this will technically be my second season just marching along. But yeah, I really had no expectations, but it's been really fun so far. It's a pretty fun experience because I was just thinking about this last night. We're the first in existence for this school. And I've heard my director say this, we are setting the bar for the rest of the drumlines following, preceding, and how many ever years the school lasts. So we're kind of like, we don't necessarily have an expectation to hold up to, but we have that ability to set the bar extremely high so that in the years following we can have better talents, just bigger lines. And really, we really have this ability to like set up our school for something like really cool in the future.
I like that we get to learn new things because it's a different type of music and it's more of just percussion based, because usually percussion might not play a whole bunch, but now it's the main feature. It's about an adventurer who goes into the forest and it's seemingly calling to her. She isn't able to see all the like spirits and people around her, and she progressively gets like more and more drawn into the forest, and at the end she's converted into one of the spirits also, and a new adventure takes her place.
We've had a lot of help throughout the season. The props, getting them painted. Mr. Holstein here at Jefferson actually came down and helped us map out how the props are going to be painted. So thank you, Mr. Holstein, for that. The show, it changes the entire effect of the show. Parents, they keep helping to sign up for what can we do to bring treats? What drinks do you need for rehearsals? How can we help out with chaperoning? There's been a lot of asking of how to be involved. So we are very fortunate to have the parent buy-in along with the students in this.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm probably going to do it again next year and the year after. And I feel like it's going to keep on growing, and there's a lot of potential that we have.
I definitely hope to do this for the following years, because I think I've learned so much in this activity in marching band. Coming from marching band into this activity, I think I've learned a lot, even just in this season alone. And I think I really see this school progressing. I've heard a lot about the middle school talents and how good they are. So I'm excited to see what the Drumline holds for the future.
One of the biggest things that I want this program to turn into is a spot where students can find a passion, whether it be music in general or if it's drumline or anything like that. But then I hope that my goal for this group is that it continues to build a community within the band program, something where students are eager to look into the next season, to be a part of, to bring their friends to be in. In 2015, I was on staff at Brookings, and we started the first high school indoor drumline in South Dakota there. And that's still going. Brandon Valley, a few years later, I was there on staff, and they started their first indoor drumline. And both of those programs exploded in talent and buy-in with it. So if history can continue to repeat itself, that's what on the music side of it, I'm hoping will happen too. And there's no big science on that. It's not you start a drumline and it happens. It's getting these students together and finding something that they want to do and giving them a reason to want to do it. And I hope that I'm fulfilling my part in giving them the avenue to go down, to find those passions, to find those relationships, to develop those skills.
I think what really helps us work, or what really helps us thrive and move along, is how we work together and as a team. Because if one person doesn't have their part, it affects everyone else. So we all make sure that we're good and we are up to date with our music. And I think what's really important is having like a good culture around it, like Kurt says a lot, and being friendly and encouraging others to do their best.
It's more of a friend group versus a drumline. We sometimes joke around a little too much. You know, we get distracted sometimes. But I think we definitely have that mindset that, yeah, we're like a friend group, but we can also like get focused. We can hold each other accountable.
If you can find the staff, if you can find people that you believe in that can help run a program like this, I highly encourage, no matter how big, how small, do competitive indoor, do a non-competitive exhibition type group, do something so that your percussion students or anyone that wants to get their hands on percussion, they have a way that they can work on those things and they can kind of develop those skills. I might be biased, I am a percussionist, but I advocate that if you do have the resources, if you do have the staff that you can believe in, starting an indoor group will better your programs, and it'll give these students a chance to find a home within your program as well.